Getting torque right is critical, and so is proving it. In this product tour, I'm going to walk you through how to integrate a torque device into your assembly process, configure it seamlessly, and collect the data you need for full build verification. So the first step in our environment is we need to connect to the hardware. So to do so, we're going to go to the hardware page under our configuration, and you're going to select Add Hardware. And so we can talk to many different types of devices, and there could be different types of communication protocols specific to how we talk to these devices. For torque tools, the industry standard is open protocol. So that's what we're looking for, and we're agnostic to the hardware. We don't really care what brand it is as long as it has that open protocol. So I'm going to go into my hardware page. I'm going to select an open protocol torque tool. And so now we need to talk to this tool. So I'm going to come in here and we're going to call this Tool 78. And that's just using your own unique naming nomenclature, naming that tool. I then am going to enter the IP address. And then you have set up the port, version, and revision of that. Now, we can also collect information like serial number of the tool, calibration date, expiration date, and even an expiration threshold, so that we'll make sure that that tool doesn't run out of that expiration date. But you're going to notice here on the screen, when I hit save, that red light turned green, and it now says connected. So we're now connected to this tool. That's a verification that we're good to go. And so the next step is we now need to configure where we want this implemented in our process. So I'm going to go back to a process that I already have set up. And so within the configuration or the task card, I am going to point to the tool that I just connected to, which is Tool 78. And I'm going to hit save. And now I'm going to come in and I'm just going to resequence my process so that we don't have to go through every one of those steps. And I'm going to put it at my second step. And you can see here, this is an easy drag and drop configuration to where now I could come in and clean my sequence. And you're going to see where this torque driver ends up. So now I'm going to hit save within the configuration, and I'm going to jump out to my operator screen, and you're going to see everything that we just set up and configured within that tool and how an operator is now going to use that tool. So I'm now in that operator screen, and I'm going to start my process. And so the first step in my process is asking me to install some feet and scan a QR code on this part I have here. And you're going to notice that the torque controller is actually disabled. So I am hitting the trigger of this, and as you can see, nothing's happening. That's because we have this set in MES mode to where it's not going to run outside of the step in which that operator needs to be doing that torquing or fastening operation. So as soon as I come in here and I advance my task, this is now live. And so now what I'm going to do is go ahead and torque some fasteners, and we're capturing that torque value, angle, and status. So I come in here, and you see my first one's good, second one's good, third one's good, and my last rundown. This is now disabled again, and as you could see, does not work because we're not at that step any longer, and all of those torque runs are now acceptable. So we store that information so that you can now view that information once that process is complete. That's how you bring torque tools into a connected, error-proof process. If you have questions or want to see it on your line, let's talk more.